Kevin Owens may be the prize fighter. Fight, Owens, fight. However, he is not fighting in the corner of Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and we have yet another wrestler come out and speak about the Vince McMahon allegations. And it's just another wrestler, another wrestler, another wrestler. One after one after one. It's beginning to feel a bit like the WWE 2K24 game that is coming out soon, when they did like the roster reveal and you see the roster of people in the game. It's beginning to feel like we're getting a massive roster now of current wrestlers and former wrestlers that have spoken about these Vince McMahon allegations. The list is getting huge. Anyway, speaking of huge, Kevin Owens got a bit of a huge gut, although I do think he's lost weight over the years. But here, I'm not going to take a dig at Kevin Owens. We're actually going to look at what Kevin Owens said today. And he was speaking to Alex McCarthy of the Daily Mail. And this is the same Alex McCarthy that Becky Lynch was speaking to about the same McMahon allegations. So I'm beginning to assume that maybe this is the Daily Mail from Australia. I think Australia might have their own version of the Daily Mail. I know there's certainly a UK Daily Mail and there is an Irish Daily Mail. Is there an Aussie Daily Mail? Maybe there is. But yeah, Kevin Owens, he was speaking about these allegations, and he says that they can never happen again and that they are shameful. And it's just the fact he says they can never happen again, it's almost like he is adamant they've already happened. You know, it's just a strange wording. It's not how I would answer a question. And I've noticed that with all these wrestlers, they're not outright saying that McMahon is guilty, but they definitely are siding with Janelle Grant. They do not want to be accused of being impartial here. It's almost like they're all leaning towards the Janelle Grant camp, so to speak. But anyway, this is what Kevin Owens had to say to Daily Mail. He says, quote, "Everything that has come out is awful, just terrible. There's really no words to describe how sad this makes me feel. If the people spoke out, went through what they went through, that's terrible. It's shameful, and it can never happen again. That's what it comes down to." End of quote. So Kevin Owens saying that everything's come out is awful. I mean, we can agree with that. Everything that's come out is awful, and maybe not to an outsider, but I guess to people inside the WWE, this would make you feel really sad. The fact that something, in your employer, in your company, something like this can happen where you work. So the fact something like this can happen underneath your nose, I understand the people in WWE have got a lot more personal connection to this case, this allegation, so therefore, I think it would make them sad. And then he says if the people spoke out, went through what they went through, that's terrible. So he does clarify here, if the people spoke out, what they went through is true, then that's terrible. So the way he words it, he says, if the people spoke out, went through what they went through, that is terrible. However, have you noticed that they never say anything like, if Janelle Grant turns out to be lying, that is terrible because McMahon has been, dragged through the dirt. McMahon has lost everything. They never say that. They always come out and say that if these allegations are true, then that's terrible for the victim. They never say if these allegations are untrue, then that's terrible for the accused, Vince McMahon. It doesn't make any sense to me. So, but this is what they always do. And then he says it's shameful and it can never ever happen again. And it's like, well, we don't even know if it's happened yet, Kevin Owens. So I wouldn't be using those choice of words. But Kevin Owens here, obviously, again, he's not going to come out. He's not going to be impartial. He's not going to side towards McMahon. He's not going to be accused of, siding with the so-called abuser. So he is going to lean towards Janelle Grant. He is going to try to be in her corner and obviously say the right things. And that's what everyone is doing here. Everyone is playing it extremely safe, outside of Kevin Nash, who basically came out and says that it looks like, from his point of view, that Janelle Grant's in it for the money because they're all consenting adults, and that she agreed with everything that happened. And I agree with Kevin Nash. So interesting. But Kevin Nash, he's made his own money. He's his own man. He's not going to back down. He can't be fined. He can't be fired. He can't be sacked or terminated from the company. Kevin Nash is a man. He's been through it all. He's got nothing left to lose, really, and I guess he's just standing by his, his friend Vince McMahon. So yeah, we've also seen John Cena though and Randy Orton being pretty loyal and hope that these allegations aren't true. John Cena pretty much came out and says even if they are true, he's going to stand by McMahon because he loves McMahon, and that's crazy for Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. Anyway, guys, let's know your thoughts on Kevin Owens' take on the whole allegations, and it's pretty hard to differentiate between what Kevin Owens is saying, what Becky Lynch is saying, what everybody else currently employed by WWE have said. They're pretty much all said the same thing, and they're all saying that these allegations are horrible, and that if they're true, then Janelle Grant, the victims, need to get justice. But no one's saying what if they're not true. So they're pretty much, like I said, all leaning towards that side. But I get it, it's 2024. The position they're in, they're not going to lean. They're not going to possibly lean towards McMahon and he gets found guilty and then it looks like they were trying to side with the accuser or whatnot. So that's just the world we live in, guys. And yeah, let us know what you think down below. Catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.